to Comics and Coffee, where we talk that nerd talk off a nice cup of Joe. Although, I must say today I'm not drinking a cup of Joe. I'm actually drinking a nice blend of hot green tea with an accent of honey, lemon, and some sprinkle of cinnamon. And I must say it's really good. Especially for those of y'all who have allergies, because I know my allergies have been kicking. Woo, man, I tell you, this week has been rough with this pollen count. I was so happy yesterday that it rained. Me and my girl were driving home yesterday, and that rain washed a lot of that crap away. But even still, I have allergies nonetheless. Green tea is a great remedy for these things, especially when you get you some honey and some cinnamon and some lemon, and it goes so nice. It goes so nice to get lemon. I'll drink it again. I must say, I definitely want to give a shout out to my mom. It was her birthday is coming up, so I just want to give her a happy birthday, Mom. I love you, and just let you know that because I'm always thinking of you, and we definitely surprised her, got her good the other day. So just wanted to give that little shout out, little caveat. But welcome back, and we are actually upgrading a little bit. I must say we got a new device. We got a ring light. So little things popping, you know what I'm saying, as we progress on our journey into mystery, and beyond, right? As we grow together, I want to be able to do things. I want to be able to, make this look quality. I'm still figuring this out, still learning this. I know my last episode, I did mention that there was a previous episode. There is a previous episode, guys. I'm not lying. Episode 1 will be up soon. I'm again still learning, so using this app, I accidentally deleted my audio from episode 1 when I uploaded episode 2. Luckily, I was able to record that on my on another device, and I will be re-uploading that audio. Very soon, within a week or so. So this is episode 3. So you guys are not losing your minds of Comics and Coffee. And, let's get into it. So, on our previous episode, we talked about a lot of different things. We talked about, Marvel versus DC, the whole dynamic of the superhero movement, back in the 90s, and just the progression of Marvel, the decline of Marvel, the progression of DC, the decline of DC, and, that up and downward spiral of them selling their rights to these franchises, these companies. And, it was interesting because I got a lot of positive feedback from the episode. I definitely took heed to what you guys were saying. I have a mic closer now, so I definitely want to make sure my audio is on point. And I'm learning from you guys. But one of the things that I want to talk about today and where we left off was we were going to get into my man, Thanos. And we touched on him a little bit at the end of our segment when we were talking about the Infinity Gauntlet, and we were given a little bit of a character bio of Thanos and just kind of his come up, his rise to power, so to speak, and his infatuation with death. We were talking about, how he's considered to be the Mad Titan, one of my favorite characters of all time in comic book history, period, Marvel or DC. Love me some Thanos. I mean, the guy's just a brilliant genius. And when we left off and when we ended, we were going to talk about the Thanos quest and segueing into the Infinity Gauntlet. Because to me, you cannot have the Infinity Gauntlet without the Thanos quest. And in fact, in my opinion, I would even argue that Thanos quest is just as important in comic history as the Infinity Gauntlet. Because what Thanos quest does, it establishes the dynamic and the character of Thanos. This was not his first appearance. just to throw that out there. This was not his first appearance. His first appearance was in the issue of Iron Man. He was actually initially an Iron Man villain. Don't know if you guys know that or not, but he definitely was initially an Iron Man villain. And he wasn't meant to be really anything more than that, but the character was revamped so much, and they wanted to kind of go with a different direction. They wanted to take it like a little bit further out into their space and cosmic dichotomy that Marvel has created, which I love. I think Marvel to me have some of the best space stories. I mean, Annihilation. Oh my God, it's so classic. Um, the Infinity Gauntlet, everybody knows, of course, but anything. Silver Surfer, his run, anything dealing with space and the cosmos, and the when you start adding these Marvel entities like the Tribunal, Chaos and Order, Infinity, and these beings that you normally wouldn't see until shit really really hits the fan, like that's when you know it gets real. And I love what they do in their space universe. So, in any event, getting back to Thanos, we're going to leave off with Thanos Quest. So for this segment, I'm actually going to dedicate this segment and our next episode to Thanos Quest and the Infinity Gauntlet. So without further ado, guys, I'm going to give you a synopsis of Thanos Quest from my perspective, being the reader, you guys being the audience and the viewer. Now, I must say, before we get into this, for my viewers, this is going to be a spoiler review of the Thanos Quest. So if you guys do not want to spoil me to spoil the story for you, or you don't want to hear things about this comic, and you want to find out on your own, then by all means, this may be the time to tune out, because I'm going to get into an in-depth analysis of Thanos Quest. So just repeat this again. Spoiler alert. You have been warned. I'm going to go into the Thanos Quest. Alright. So, Thanos Quest actually starts off. The first couple of issues of Thanos Quest, actually prior to, you have to go through what I call the prequel aspect component of the Thanos Quest. And that's going to actually start with the Silver Surfer. So, Silver Surfer actually ties in and segues you into the Thanos Quest. It actually picks up with Silver Surfer doing his normal thing, cruising on his board, looking, scouring the cosmos. At this point, he's not with Galactus. Galactus has released him at this point, delegated him, to do what he do. He's no longer a herald at this time, so he's not necessarily searching for planets. Albeit, he still is the Silver Surfer. He still maintains the power cosmic. So as he's traveling the cosmos, he just happens to wander upon this planet, this desolate planet. So he lands there, and then he's enamored, he's in a trance of some sort. He actually sleeps, which is really not something common for the Silver Surfer. The Silver Surfer actually says it's been 3 years since the last time he slept, because the dude really does not need food, water, or sleep. But every now and again, he has to take a moment to recharge his powers, right? So he has to have, it's almost like a battery. You have to plug it in to recharge that battery. So Silver Surfer, passes out, sleeps. And at the time he thinks he's dreaming, though, because he sees this temple rising from this tomb, and it's like he's in this desert type of land, and he sees this temple rise, and has this big old skull on it, and he's just like, what in the world is this? Am I dreaming? What the hell is going on? And so he walks in the tomb, and he sees these mutant alien creatures, this big mutant splinter looking rat, and these he's carrying this urn. And he's just like, well, what is that? And they're just pretty much ignoring him. It's there's these other minions walking around. And he's just sitting there well, I'm here. Nobody's even acknowledging me. What's going on? And all of a sudden, you see, him open the urn up, and you see the spirit of what appears to be, Thanos' head. The soul of Thanos. So Thanos dies, and for those of you guys who did not know that, Thanos actually died in a previous battle against the Avengers, when, for the second time. First time he died was when he obtained the Cosmic Cube. The Cosmic Cube is basically a cube that grants any wish you want in the universe. Whatever wish you want, it shall be. That's a whole other story. But long story short, Thanos died. He was killed by the Avengers, or superheroes. and Earth's Mightiest Heroes of the Universe, and brought back. But who brought Thanos back? Like, who is it that would bring the Mad Titan back to the universe? And that would be none other than Mistress Death herself, like the actual entity of death. So in Marvel, you have like, okay, we know things, people live, people die, things, whatever, life and death. But in Marvel, there's actually like a construct of all that is death. And it can get kind of confusing because you have a lot of different like concepts of it, right? So for example, you have Hela, who in Asgard has an underworld of, where people go that didn't die a worthy death. They go to Hela, Hela's underworld or hell. And she's the ruler of that world. You have Mephisto, who's pretty much the version of Marvel's version of the devil. He rules over hell. He has his own underworld. And, so it can get kind of convoluted sometimes, but just think of, like, if you look at a pantheon of, like, hierarchy, just think of them as servants of death. Like, death is here, and then they're underneath her. So death is, like, everything is universal. And she is the construct and the manifestation. And how fitting that they make death a woman. I find it to be very interesting. I'm just saying, like, and I'll touch on that a little bit later, so you can get my gist on that. Some good green tea. But anyway, Mistress Death brings Thanos back. And one thing you have to understand about Thanos' purpose, his mere existence, is driven by love. Love for Mistress Death. Everything this man does is for death. He has such a infatuation with death, just a fixation on it, that he would do anything for her to please her. And boy, does he please her. Well, I would say go above and beyond in a way to try to please her. And man, it's amazing what people do when they're really like in love with something. But she brings him back, gives him his body, and not only does she give him his body back, she actually enhances his powers, as if Thanos wasn't already powerful enough. She gives him more energy, cosmic insight, and being able to do her bidding. Now you have to ask the question, like, why would Death bring Thanos back? Is it because she, really is in love with him? Like, she really cares about Thanos? Like, he was so loyal to her that, you know what, I really love this guy. Like, the fact that he would, because the reason he did the Cosmic Cube and initially obtained the Soul Gems in the first place was for her. Like in his previous conquest, so to speak. So you have to wonder, like, man, like, that's a good look. Like, she really like messed with Thanos. Like, she's returning his love, right? Wrong. This individual or entity wants my man Thanos back for one reason and one reason only: to satiate her desire to bring balance to the universe. She wants Thanos. She knows that she wants Thanos to basically figure out how to balance the universe by chopping it in half. In other words, as we all know, if you haven't seen the movies by now, the infamous Thanos snap of wiping out half of civilization in all of the universe. She wanted half the population within the universe to be dead. And she knew Thanos had the mind, the intellect, and the intuitive, deductive reasoning and logic to be able to figure out the universal equation of how to bring balance back to the universe and how to satiate Death's desire, because she's death. She wants death. Like, that's her sole purpose for being. is death. And she brings Thanos back. Thanos comes back. She elicits her request. And the thing about death is, she doesn't talk to you directly. She never talks to Thanos directly. What she does is, she telepathically communicates with her minion, a deceased rodent, mutant construct of a being, and he speaks for her. Or he'll have another one of her minions speak for her. So she talks to Thanos through them. That's how much she respects Thanos. I'm just saying. Just throwing that out there. But so basically speaking through these minions, they tell Thanos what death would like. Thanos, it shall be done. No problem. That's what Thanos is there for. That's his whole being of existence. And in his mind, it makes perfect sense because maybe he can finally prove his worth and his mantle for Mistress Death to be able to sit beside her. And that's all Thanos really wants, is to have her love return to him. So Silver Surfer, seeing all this, interrupts the fray and basically comes at Thanos. Thanos, being the intuitive individual that he is, breaks it down to Silver Surfer. Hey, bro, chill. Slow your roll. Coolly. Why are we even fighting? Man, we ain't even got to go there. I ain't even on that type of time. And this is what I love about Thanos. And this is what you'll see throughout the Thanos quest. Thanos, a lot of people think, like, okay, Thanos is this dude, he's this massive, titan. He's going to fight, whoop butt, like, kick ass, and just, yeah, man, like, he's got all that. He can do that. Thanos can go there. He can go there. But what makes Thanos so deadly, so charismatic, so enigmatic is his mind. My man is an intellectual thinker, which is what I love about him. So what he does is Silver Surfer, like, hey, bro, let me talk to you. Hop in my chair, sit on my throne. Thanos basically had created this chair before his throne before he died, and it allows him to travel the cosmos. He can teleport anywhere in the universe. With just a mirror, with this gadget that he's created. And it allows him to go anywhere. He can even control certain aspects of time in a way, a little time manipulation as well. So what he does is, he brings Silver Surfer along for the ride. Silver Surfer's like, all right, now I'm going to roll with you. But just know, if you fuck me over, I'm going to fuck you up. Straight up, straight like that. And Silver Surfer ain't nothing to be toyed with. You know what I'm saying? Norrin Rad ain't nothing to be messed with. My man is a beast. Just saying. Thanos like, cool. Thanos teleports Silver Surfer to another planet. Silver Surfer said, I told you not to screw me over because he left his board. And he told him, don't mess. So he shot him with the power cosmic, full blast. And the reason Silver Surfer did that and came at him so hard is because Silver Surfer knew who Thanos was. He read up on him in the Avengers files. This is Silver Surfer's first encounter with Thanos. But he read up on him in the Avengers files and knew the severity of the situation when Thanos was brought back. He knew this is he's a cosmic threat off rip. I mean, just off rip, he's that ill. So he gave him like a full power, fully charged blast, and Thanos just sitting there like, yo, okay. Are you done? Are we cool now? You got it all out of your system? So anyway, continuing on, and Silver Surfer just looking like, bruh, I gave him my best what? And he did what? He had no choice but to sit there and just eat that. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I mean, this dude is like on another level. Like, so clearly, as strong as Silver Surfer is and as durable as he is, even he had to say, okay, this dude ain't no Joe, bro. Like, he's on some next level type ish. So, basically, Thanos is like, okay, bet. He takes him to this planet, and there's little furry creatures running around, little cute little things looking like the gremlins, running around, little Chewbacca gremlin looking things. And, they're really friendly. They approach Silver Surfer, and he's like, okay, cool. He's just showing them, like, the concept of life and death. He's like, oh, these creatures are living. Now I'm going to take you back to, now I'm going to show you the Earth and how that looks. So he shows them the Earth, and he goes to Tokyo, and he says, see how overly saturated this population is in Tokyo. And you see like a whole cesspool of people just like crowd in the area. And man, I swear this is kind of like, it's crazy like the times that we're living in now because, I mean, you know, with COVID and this pandemic and everything now, right? You have all these people and, you know, like people getting sick, people not even want to have contact. But here you are in like the 90s and there's all these people like hugged up together and, you know, it's like a huge mass of people. Now, I'm not one to condone, you know, killing people or anything like that, but Thanos is basically making his case at this point. He's saying, look, and I talked about this during our last episode. There comes a time, like, when you look at, like, life and evolution, there's a progression. Mm. There's a progression with evolution. Nothing ever stays stagnant for too long. There has to be a constant growth. There has to be a constant progression in society. So over time, you know, like things that would kill us back in the day, like even like you look at the like what COVID is to us today. Think about how the flu was back like centuries ago. You know, people got the flu. I would imagine when it first impacted society, it was probably just as massive, if not more massive, than COVID, because even today it's still killing people, right? But with technology, science, and once you research things better and you study more, naturally medicine and technology increases longevity. So because you're able to combat things better, because your immune system is better equipped to deal with things because of your genomes, you know, and cell structure and you know memory and things of that nature of DNA is memory. It's bodily memory. Really, that's what it is. DNA, RNA is bodily memory. So your body, as people grow and evolve, excuse me, they naturally become stronger. They're able to deal with more things. And, you know, who knows, maybe like ideally, theoretically, right? So 40, 50 years from now, people may be able to deal with COVID better because their bodies have naturally evolved to that point where they're able to handle the disease a little bit better. Not saying that people still can't get sick or die from it, but it may not impact you as heavily as it has been doing, like, you know, during these current times. But saying all that to say, what happens is people's lifespans have increased because you have people that are living longer. And what happens is, because people are living longer, you have an oversaturation of people that have now just pretty much like flooded Earth. And this is what Thanos is saying. It's not even just Earth. Like, he's using Earth as a microcosm of what the universe is. You know, in all of its vastness. Like, you have basically these people, and it's creating disease. It's creating, like, you have people that are starving to death because there's not enough food. So then naturally there's going to be famine, right? Because eventually, what do you think is going to happen? You look at Earth. If you constantly have people living longer lives, and there's not like a rapid rate of people that are dying, there's nothing to balance that equation out. There's not a yin and yang aspect to it. Over time, like, resources are going to tap out, you know, food, water, shelter even. You know, like, look at the homeless population now. It's just like, it's a significant increase, you know, even today. And it's sad, you know, but there's so many people out here and it's creating an oversaturation. That's not to say that a reason for homelessness or the reason for famine and these things is because there's too many people. That's not the only reasoning. I mean, there's a lot of other factors that we have to consider. And there's a lot of socioeconomic status, like how the system is designed and different aspects and dynamics. But I'm just giving you a perspective of what Thanos is saying to Silver Surfer as he's breaking down the dynamic of the populace. And he's basically just saying, like, there has to be some type of balance, and there has to be, like, a cleanse. And that's when he proposes what he's suggesting, you know, wiping out half the population. So he takes Silver Surfer back to the same planet with the little cute furry things. And, you know, one of them runs up to Silver Surfer. And he's just like, you know, oh, you know, Silver Surfer's like, oh, he's cute, you know, he's petting the little guy and all this other stuff, right? But I'm going to show you the twisted nature of Thanos. And this is what makes him so genius. Oh my God. Thanos is like, okay. Now, he says, get back on my throne. So they get back on the throne. Thanos takes a little bit of a hop into the future within that same planet, and guess what? Desolate wasteland, like destruction, chaos. And you see the little furry creatures, they're just like laying there dead. Some of them are like dragging the other ones, is like, dragging the corpses. And Silver Surfer's like, oh my god, what happened? Like, what's going on? Like, what happened? And Thanos is like, it's the cycle of life and death. You served a purpose. You contributed in the death of these aliens or these creatures. And Silver Surfer's like, what did I do? Well, remember we went to Earth, right? So when we went to Earth, you accrued certain germs and certain toxins just by the air people breathe and just being in that environment. And normally you would travel the cosmos and you're bored, right? And you would that way you would get cleansed as you're going through space and all that stuff. But we didn't do that. We went on my throne. And we went straight back to that planet. And when you interacted with that one little creature, you passed on those germs that they were never used to, that they never had to deal with on that planet. So now guess what happened? He passed it on to his other friends, and there you go. They died out. But you know what? Thank you for contributing to Mistress Death's goal of wiping out half the population. And my man Silver Surfer sitting there like, God damn, that motherfucking Thanos is a genius. And I'm telling, and that's the mind, and that's just the tip of the iceberg of what Thanos is capable of doing. I mean, oh man, like it gets crazy. So Silver Surfer gets pissed. He's ready to fight Thanos. Thanos like, oh man, calm down. Like, again, relax. I'm not here to fight you. I just wanted to prove a point. You're not on my level. Basically, you just proved a point. You're not on my level, dude. You tried to beat me with brute force. You saw I was able to take that easy. You try to outsmart me, thinking that you could figure out like an opening into my plan, and that didn't work. You wiped out an entire population because I did that. So Silver Surfer clearly is outmatched in this. So during this time, one of the entities, the cosmic entities, Infinity, realizes that Thanos is back. And Infinity is very aware of Thanos' capability. So he revives what many of you guys know from the Guardians of the Galaxy as Drax the Destroyer. Now, what you guys may not know, and what they switched up in the movie, is that Drax the Destroyer was actually created to destroy Thanos. Yeah, he was actually created to destroy Thanos. So, that was his sole purpose. He was created to destroy Thanos to get revenge because Thanos killed his family. And he was brought back to life and enhanced. But initially, like, in the older days, Drax was actually, like, dumber. He was actually really stupid. He had, like an early Hulk mentality. Hulk smash. He was that type of person. But he was definitely capable. He was very strong. Very strong. But he was very dumb and buffoonish. So anyway, they planted that Easter egg there for you, and they kind of saved Drax for later. But they're letting you know that they're setting it up. They're letting you know that Drax is back because he was brought back. Thanos killed him before, but he was brought back. Okay, keep that in mind, right? So Silver Surfer basically is like, okay, I gotta take this guy out. I gotta figure out a way to get at this guy, and we gotta figure out a way to get him. I gotta figure out a way to do something. So he goes to Captain America to find out more information about Thanos. Captain America basically pulls up his Avengers files and lets Silver Surfer know, like, look, okay, this guy is no joke. This dude was probably our toughest foe. Like, we barely won with the skin of our teeth, and really, he beat himself. That's the thing about Thanos. Thanos really doesn't lose a lot of times in the Marvel universe. He usually just beats himself because he's just that. It's almost like a self-sabotage. He gets the power, he gains it, he obtains it, he destroys the universe, brings it back, and then it's like, you know what, I'm not happy now. I'm just gonna, I want things to be back the way they were. This is Thanos. So, Captain America's like, why are you asking? Silver Surfer's like, yo, dude is back. Y'all need to be ready, because dude is back. I'm gonna try to take him out, but dude back, and he coming. And he's trying to wipe out half of the universe. And Cap's like, what the fuck? So Silver Surfer's like, all right, man, I'm out. I'm going to figure out a way to take this dude out. So he goes back Thanos is like knowing that. So Death is kind of getting impatient, just like One Marine, getting impatient sometimes. Be like, when you ain't doing what she wants you to do. You like, and again, won't acknowledge my man Thanos. Like, she talking to him through what this mean. Like, dude's like, Dev is wanting to know what's up. Like, what's going on? Like, why hasn't half the population been knocked out yet? And Thanos is like, this ain't checkers, bruh. This is chess. It's a slow, methodical process. You got to do things step by step. You don't go straight ahead and try to do something because then you become a target. You gotta be methodical about this. Trust me, it's gonna get done. There's a method to the madness. I need to take out, but I know Silver Surfer is on my ass right now. So I gotta figure out how to get him out of the way. So what he does is basically Silver Surfer comes in, he finds Thanos again, tracks him down. And he goes in and try to take out Thanos. Like, he goes in, cosmic energy beams blazing, bam, 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 bam. And Thanos is like, okay, he's looking for me. So I got an idea. Here's what I'm gonna do. I got this. He goes back to his old ship, Sanctuary 3. That's a ship he used to fly in as he traveled the cosmos to go take over different planets. And Nebula, another character from Guardians of the Galaxy, the blue-headed bald chick that y'all see in the movie, she actually, is a real character in the comics. And keep her name engraved in your brain because she plays a significant part in the Infinity Gauntlet. So just throw that out there. Keep her engraved in your brain. Thanos comes in, though. He comes in, looks at the ship, like, okay, what's up? Nebula don't know who Thanos is. But she been perpetrating like Thanos is her grandfather. Or her father, rather. Like, she's a relative of him. Or a descendant of Thanos. And she's perpetrating like, yeah, I'm that shit. And I'm running this ship. I'm doing what I do. I'm that chick. Yada, yada, yada. Woo, woo, woo. Thanos is like, oh, really? You my relative? Oh, a word? That's what we doing now. That's what's cool in the streets. And she's, again, not even knowing who he is, tries to attack, sends one of her dudes to attack Thanos. So my man tried to attack Thanos, looked at him like, with the shoulder shrug, energy beam, blast him into cinders. Now, who else wants some? Took out the whole crew in the ship. She tried to run, blast her ass. She survives though, but she damn near like burnt the fuck up, like her hair all gone and shit. She got pieces of hair sticking out, looking like something from The Walking Dead. But she made it. She jumped in the escape pod. She was on fire, but there was an extinguishing unit within the pod that cooled her off, and she got out there. So Thanos was like, all right, she gone, whatever. But keep that in mind because it comes back a little bit later. But anyway, the body that was there, he looks at it. Okay, I got an idea. So, back to Silver Surfer. He's up there tracking Thanos down, blasting shit. He gets to Thanos' ship, finds the ship, goes in, takes out his squad, and, Thanos appears, and he's like, okay, I gotta do this. So he puts everything he got into his cosmic energy, everything he could muster up, blast the whole thing, blast him. And the whole ship blows up. So he's thinking like, man, like I survived it. Thanos must have survived it. Well, he looks at Thanos and it's like a skeleton of Thanos, like just sitting there like some Mortal Kombat shit. Like he just got like have all his skin just like seared off. Like he like just a skeleton with his costume on. Silver's like, oh snap, well, I didn't realize I used that much power, but I guess if it had to be done, it had to be done. So Silver Surfer thinking like, okay, well, mission accomplished. I'm out, right? Wrong. That's exactly what Thanos wanted him to think. Thanos never died. Dude that tried to take him out that was rolling with Nebula, he actually took his body and had him basically dressed up, like had him put in like a hologram of Thanos and basically made him look like him. So it really wasn't Thanos. It was the dude that he just killed, but he just sitting there on the throne like chilling, and Silver Surfer thinking he Thanos, and the ship did the work for him to make it look like he was fighting him, but he really wasn't. It was just a dead corpse on a ship that had some automated weaponry. Again, the genius of Thanos, man. Like, you know, you think you got him, but you really don't. Now Silver Surfer's out the way. He's off the trail. Now he can move freely in the universe because nobody knows about him. Well, at least, you know, other than, now the Avengers know, but, you know, Silver Surfer at this point done killed him. So, oh, yo, he good. Like, we're good now. Like, no worries. Thanos goes back to death. Now I can start. Now let me work. He goes into the well, looks in the Infinity Well. Now he's looking into the Infinity Well. And the Infinity Well, for you guys who don't know, is just a well of wisdom. Only those with the highest sense of intellect can even comprehend or fathom the wonders of the well. And what he did was, he said, you know what? I've been fucking up. I tried the Cosmic Cube, you know, grants wishes, this and that, but I moved too fast. I moved too quick with that because I got too happy with the power and I didn't know what I was doing. I got the soul gems. But I didn't know how to use them. I didn't know what I had at the time. It's like you don't know what you got till it's gone. Like a good woman, you don't know what you got till it's gone. And then you realize like, damn, I did have something good though. But if you had to do it over again, how would you do it? And that's what Thanos did. He was like, you know what? This is how I'm gonna flip it. I get it now. I know what I need to do. He goes back to death. I got it. This is what I'm gonna do. There are 6 gems in the universe. These are the tools. Now he didn't tell her the whole thing because Thanos has his own motive. He's still working for death, but his goal is still to please her. But he got another motive in mind. So he don't tell her the whole story, but he tells her enough in a way where she gonna rock with it. She ain't got no choice but to rock with it because it sounds so sweet. He was like, look, he put that game where like he peeked at the game. Look, 6 jewels. These are the tools you want. What you want? You want me to wipe out half the universe, okay? Even the vastest and the most intellectual person in the universe, it's gonna take centuries for me to do that shit. What if I could? But here's the thing. What if I could do that shit in a more expedite that process? What if I could expedite centuries into not even a year, maybe even less than that? What if I could do it in a few months? What if I can expedite that process today? All I need are these 6 gems. I looked in the Infinity Well and it told me what I needed. And they're like, well, you tried the gems before. I get that. But I got another idea this time. I didn't know what I had. I know what I got now. I know how to use it. And I know what I need to do to obtain them. And I know how to do what I need to do to use it and grant that wish. The first gem is actually for somebody who you don't fuck with. No way. The in-betweener. Now, the in-betweener is an entity that Death been going at with for years, man. Like, she don't like this motherfucker. He don't like her. The feeling is mutual. They had their own thing back in the day and it didn't work out. Like, in terms of their clashing. The in-betweener is like, okay, whatever. Fuck you. I'm going to do me. He got caught up between, his issue, though, is with Lord Chaos and Mistress Order. Now, Chaos and Order are 2 entities in the Marvel Universe that represent exactly what they say. You have Chaos, which is everything just all over the place, sporadic, no rhyme or reason to anything. In the face of it, there are these 2 big-ass heads, and one of them looks really distorted. The other one looks like a human, but it's the big-ass head. And Order is just all about, it's about structure, and they're 2 opposites of the same coin. They're the judge and jury of Chaos and Order. But the in-betweener is the balance between the Chaos and the Order. Chaos and Order don't like in-betweener. So in-betweener was confined and trapped in another dimension to where he was put in a void and in prison in a force field where he cannot even escape. But he was given the soul gem because they knew that that particular gym, you would have to, it'd be an act of Congress to get to them. And they knew that anybody that would get in their realm, they could sense that and wipe them out quickly. Now, when we're talking about chaos and order, this is like, we're starting to get into the pantheon of these entities that you never see in the Marvel universe, but you know they exist. Like, you know, you have the, like, again, the Holy Tribunal is like if you want to go to the top of the food chain during this time, you got the Holy Tribunal. He's the judge and jury of the universe. You got, you know, you're getting into the Beyonder now, who is just like on a whole nother level. You have Infinity. You have Eternity. You have Chaos and Order. You have the Unknown Elder. You have like a lot of, or the Stranger, excuse me, the Stranger is his name. He's a big old giant old man. The Stranger. The Watcher who records everything. You're getting into these entities that you don't never see. So that's what I love about this story. So anyway, they trap this motherfucker in there, and he has a cool costume, like he's basically half black, half white, hence the in-betweener, yin and yang balance. And he has a soul gem sitting on his forehead. Now the significance of the soul gem, or the first gem, is that's the gem that Adam Warlock basically is imprisoned in, and was imprisoned in after the fight with Thanos. And that's the gem he used to try to, fight Thanos with. So that's where he's imprisoned, is the soul gem. And that's an important gem. Alright. So Thanos comes to the dimension like, yo, what up, bro? Like, what's popping? In between looking at him like, how the hell did you get in here? Like, bro, do you realize, like, what you had to go through? Thanos was like, yeah, I'm Thanos. Of course, you know I am. So in between, in his mind, he's like, okay, I don't know this. I know I've heard of Thanos. Let me hear him out. Thought bubble, right? Thanos come in. I'm like, yo, I want to get you out. I work for Mistress Death currently, but you know what? She ain't really working out with her. I'm tired of the way she doing her brother. She ain't giving him no play. You know what I'm saying? She fucking me over. This, that, and the third. Fuck that motherfucker. I want to ride with somebody who can really, like, take me to the next level, bro. I'm looking for a new person to rock with. So this motherfucker, like, so he wants to be my slave? In his head, right? He wants to be my slave, and he's leaving death for me. Okay, well, clearly I don't trust this motherfucker, but I'm going to see if he can get me out, and then I'll kill him later. This is what he's thinking in his head, right? So Thanos was like, well, can you get me out? Thanos was like, I don't know, but I can, I can try. If we can match each other's force, then we can, we can crush it and go from there. So basically, he hits it with everything he's gotten, and then cracks the force field, and then from there, once the force field cracks, in-betweener's out. So now the in-betweener is out, and Thanos is like, okay, I got you out. In-betweener's looking at him like, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate it. Now you got to die. Thanos is like, did you really think I would just let you out and not have a plan? Pow! Put the woo, Mike Tyson at that. One hit a quitter. Boom, knocked them teeth out. And dude was like, what the fuck? Like, how you just saw me like that? Oh, you ain't know? When you were put in his universe, this is a universe where your powers don't work, because it's the in-between chaos and order balance that basically blocks. Basically, it's like a block. Think of, like, you know how a cell phone gets a signal from a satellite, and it gives the signal, which, allows it to be able to make calls and elicit certain things and be able to project. He ain't getting this signal right now. Chaos and order blocked that signal. Now, he had a signal in the force field, and he was like, well, I can use my powers in the force field. He's like, yeah, they did that. So whatever, life you had left in your existence, you wouldn't be bored. That was a courtesy, but you out now, and just in case you was, they still were wondering if you could escape. And if you did, on a slight chance you did get out of that force field, you have no powers. So basically, you just kind of like stuck, bro. And matter of fact, they know that you out now. So you know what? I'm peacing out. Give me that. Took the gym. Deuces. disappeared. And guess who pops up behind the in-betweener? Chaos and Order. Look at him like, he's like, oh, bro, I didn't even, hey, man, that was my fault. That was Thanos' fault. And then just cuts out. So it leads you to the imagination. Use your imagination what happened with that. I'm just saying. I don't want to be there for that one. Thanos comes back with the first gem. Bam, Soul Gem. With the Soul Gem, he controls the very essence of being. He can raise the dead back. He can manipulate people. He can get them to do his bidding, serve his purposes. Whatever he needs, he can get done. Now, I got my first gem. Saw what I did, Def. You like that, baby? Oh, yeah? All right, we're going on to the next one. Champion goes to this planet of Tomorrow. And Tomorrow is a battle planet. And basically, that's what it is. They just fighting the whole time. You see the champion there destroying tanks. Boom, boom. Taking out shit. He's like a one-man army. Just booming. The champion is one of the elders. Now we're getting to the elders. Big swole dude. Big swole mud. Like, just all about that. Just real strong mud dude. So he's just doing his thing. He got the gem on his forehead. And the gem is giving him this enhanced strip. It's the power gem. Thing about the power gem, what makes it interesting is a lot of people think the power gem is hold on for 1 second. What makes the power gem cool is it doesn't just necessarily increase your strength, it enhances what you already have. So whatever your strength was, whatever your ability was, it enhances that tenfold. Just so happens the champion is known for his superior strength and enhances strength, and like the Hulk, the angrier he got, the stronger he becomes within the gem. Limitless potential, limitless power, right? So with the gem, it's a conductor. He's up there just destroying things. Thanos comes down. Hey, what's up, bro? Champion looking at him like, who the fuck are you? You want to fight? Immediately attacks Thanos. Thanos says, interesting. You don't telegraph your punches. Or actually, you do telegraph your punches. You telegraph your punches to the point where I can predict your every move. As strong as you are, you can't even hit me, bro. Like, you can't, like, eyes can't hit what your eyes can't see, right? Like, if I can see what you're doing, and I know what you're going to do before you do it, it don't matter how strong you are, you ain't going to hit me. So Thanos bobbing and weaving, letting the champion, like, destroy basically everything, the planet, really. And champion gets upset, and he gets to a point where he basically, like, blows up. He puts everything he's gotten because he gets him angry. Thanos is just taunting him. He's just letting him get angry because he knows that the angrier he gets, the stronger the gem. And it gets he gets so strong to the point where he finally hits a crushing blow to the ground and blows up the planet. Okay, no harm, no foul. Champion's still alive, right? He can breathe in space, but guess what? Champion can't fly. He's just sitting out there floating. Thanos is like, hey, but Thanos sitting on his throne chilling like, hey, what up, bro? What up? What you doing? Oh, you floating? You good? Are you good? The champion's sitting there like, bruh. Hey, man, like, can you, a little help here, please? Like, why should I help you? Like, you try to kill me? Like, tell you what, I'll make a deal with you. Give me the gem, and I'll help you out. Champion's like, all right. Gave him the gem. Thanos was like, appreciate it. But you know what? On second thought, I'm good, bro. Like, just, yeah, you'll be alright. You'll live. Like, if you float, I'm gonna help you out. This is how I'm gonna help you, because I'm gonna keep my word. Because Thanos keeps his word now. He gonna help you out, but it's gonna be in his own way. If you keep floating, and eventually you'll get somewhere to where somebody will pick you up. You'll be okay. And my man he's like, are you serious? And Thanos just pushes him off his throne, and my man champion floats into the space. That's last year's champion. Thanos got a second gem, power gem. Need the power gem to power up the other gems, right? Bam. So the next thing he does is he's like, okay, now, here's what I gotta do. Okay, now I gotta go to the gardener. So he goes to this elder called the gardener, and he goes to his planet. Think about the gardener. He's another elder. And he's actually a different type. He's actually a little bit more chill. Thanos comes to his planet. It's this beautiful orchid of plants and the perfect rose, the perfect flowers, everything to perfection. Imagine the most perfect petal on a rose or a perfect petal on a sunflower. And it's just like a portrait. Just gorgeous. And to be honest, Thanos was actually like intrigued, and they actually had a really good dialogue on the beauty of the planet, and he appreciated it. And that's the thing, man. As much as Thanos loves death, he actually does appreciate life too, and he appreciated those plants, and he loved the economy of the planet. And they had a really great dialogue, and but Thanos was like, at the end of the day, bro, and I don't even want to kill you. Like, just give me your channel. Like, we good. Like, it was like, I can't do that, bro. I can't do that. No, I can't do that. Then I was like, man, bro, I hate to have to kill you, man, but I gotta please death, man. You know how I go down? Dude is like, I don't know, man. So he tries to sneak up on Thanos. He basically uses the plants to try to wrap around Thanos. But then what happens is Thanos breaks out the plants, and then all of a sudden you start to see the plants slowly decay and deteriorate. And along with it, so does the elder. And the plants end up dying, and he dies with the plants. And he's like, what the fuck just happened? And basically what Thanos did was he used the power gem to enhance and charge the ability of of the gem he had to increase the speed of time. So what happened is the gardener had the time gem. And what he didn't realize, what he really didn't fully understand about the gem was that what the time gem did was he would grow the plants to their zenith, to the point where they were at their most ripest of perfection. And the time stone would freeze those plants in their zenith. So they were always perfect. They would never waver, they would never falter, because they're always stuck within that state. So just think about a person who's in the prime of their life and they stay like that for the rest of their life. They can stay like young and in peak condition for the rest of their life. That's what he did with those plants. What Thanos did was the power gem is a conductor of the gems. So it enhanced the ability of the power of the time stone, and he sped up time, and also along with it he sped up the elder's age by igniting the time gem. Killed the gardener. R.I.P. Got the third gem. With the time stone, he can now control time. Alright, now we're going to the next gem. The recorder. Now the recorder is somebody you guys may be familiar with in the MCU. He's actually the guy that was in the spaceship that had all the different like aliens and different things in the ship, and they went to go. He had one of the stones, right? In the movie. So they actually got that pretty right. They actually got that right in the movie. So he goes to the recorder, and the collector. That's what he's called, the collector, because he collects things. So he goes to the collector, and basically he's talking to the collector. The collector's telling him, at this point, people are starting to catch on that Thanos is after these gems. They're getting word that he's after these gems, so the collector was kind of ready for him. They have a dialogue, and the collector's not really a fighter. He's more of like a gambler. He likes to trade things. So if you could trade something that's going to be of interest to the collector, he'll rock with you. So that's basically what they came to an agreement about was, okay, well, trade me something of equal or greater value and I'll give you this gem. So Thanos was like, okay, I got you, bro. Thanos goes down. He goes and he tracks down this person called the Runner. He's another elder. Basically looks like Adam Warlock, but without the cape and the costume. And basically the Runner is already fast, but he has a gem. So he's running, speed. As soon as Thanos gets there, boom, 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 like destroying his throne, like the chair that he's sitting on in space. Thanos dang near fell off the chair. He's like, oh snap, who's this? Runner comes up. What up? Runner was expecting him now because now they're getting on to him. He was actually informed by the Game Master. The Game Master is another elder who we'll get into a little bit later. But he was informed by him. So he was like, okay, Thanos was like, okay, what's up, man? Like, okay, man, look, I'm just trying to get, yes, I'm trying to get the gym. You know what I'm saying? You know, yeah, like, hold up, though, but let me explain myself. Let me come correct. Warner was like, ain't nothing to explain, but I am willing to, if you will tell me the secret of the gems, then I might let you live. Fair enough. Not having any other choice at this point, Thanos using his wits, I'm going to tell you about the gems. So you find the origin of the Infinity Stones, and the Infinity Stones' origin is this. The story goes that there was once a cosmic entity. Really didn't have a name, but he was the cosmic entity. I mean, some would call him God. You could say that. He was the beginning of time. But he was lonely. He was so powerful. He could do anything with a mere thought. He had powers of the universe. He was multi-dimensional. Could travel anywhere, go anywhere, do anything he wanted to do. But he had no friends. There was no other people around him, no social interaction. And as a result, I just had to drink some of that delicious tea. Whew, love that lemon. But as a result, he had to basically, be by himself. And he got lonely, so he basically, killed himself in a sense. But how he did it was he divided up his energies into these gems, and basically the gems are reincarnations of facets of his power. He divided his power up into these gems, and basically the gems are reincarnations of what he was. So that's why they're like OP as hell, because that's him. He was a sentient being. So the runner was like, fascinating story. Now that I know the secret of the gems, I'm gonna take the gems for you, and you gonna die. They must have started laughing like, are you serious, bro? Do you think I was that stupid? I would be that stupid without a motherfucking plan? I'm Thanos! Then all of a sudden, you see my man age. And the dude's like, because he's trying to run now, he's like, he looking like an old, decrepit, old dude, man. Just like mad old. He's like, what did you do to me? Well, I used the time stone as I was telling the story of the being to age your ass. So now you like 1 billion years old. I guess you guys don't live forever. Well, you guys still age, right? You're supposed to be immortal, but you still can age. But don't worry though. Don't worry. It's all good. I can't have you looking like this because I gotta give you to somebody. So let me do this. I'm a flip it. Turn my man into a baby. Flip time back, turn him into a baby. He was like, you was a cute little baby, man. Maybe in your second life you'll learn your lesson. You'll be a little bit smart. You guys are dumb as hell though. Sitting here, let me talk to you. You could have been killed me, but it's all good. They don't got you. Took my man to the collector. Collector looking like, because Collector was actually about to try to kill Thanos and take the gems. He was like, as soon as Thanos came, he tried to blast him, but Thanos not stupid. He teleported straight into my man's ship. What up, bro? Came in through the back door. What's up? What's poppin'? Collector like, nah, it's good, bro. It's good. I know you're trying to kill me. It's all good. But here's what I promise you. Is this good enough? Now, we're going to have to battle or we're going to trade. Because, it can go either way. Collector looked at it. He's like, oh, this is the elder. Oh, hell yeah, I'll take that. Gave him the baby. He was like, well, that gem ain't shit anyway, man. That gem is like, it's supposed to be the reality gem. He's like, and the collector is smart. Don't get me wrong. The collector is wildly smart, mad intelligent. Thanos is like, it's not surprising to me that you wouldn't comprehend the magnitude of this gem. At the end of the day, you don't have the foresight. You don't have the imagination to even pull off a sight. See, you think with logic, structure, and intellect, but you don't think outside the box. Let me show you a little bit of his power. My man take the gem, warps reality, have my man looking like all this combined. He's like, man, get that shit away from me. Get it away from me. Gladly. I'm out. Collector warns Thanos, your last challenge ain't gonna be so easy, man. The game master waiting for that ass. He waiting for that ass, and he ain't no joke. Appreciate it. I know, that's why I say this ass for last. Goes the game master. Game Master ready. He been watching this on his little screen, been seeing everything Thanos been doing, been studying all his moves. Then looked at all the facets, then looked at all the equations, thought every way possible that this could go down. Game Master ain't no joke. He's the elder, but he's the smartest of them all. He plays chess as well. He's not a checkers man. He's a chess guy. Thanos gets to his area. Chess master sitting there chilling with a chess table, of course. Or Game Master sitting with a chess table, of course. Thanos comes in. Game Master said, Thanos gets straight to the point. There ain't no doubt. What game we playing, bro? What we doing? Well, don't you want to hear the story? Not really, but I know you're going to talk your ass off anyway. Go ahead and talk. Do the diabolical shit that you want to say. So Game Master spits it to him like this. Okay, bet. We're going to do a military simulation. We're going to put these masks on, like little VR masks. We're going to go into a simulation. You got a gun, I got a gun. You souped up, I souped up. We're doing this sci-fi style. We bang, bang, bang. First one to die loses. If you lose, you give me all your gems. If I lose, I'm going to give you the gem that I got. Gem is encased. And a force field, 3 layers. If I die, force field goes down. If you try to destroy it now, the force field blows up. The gem is going to be transported to a location you will never know. Love the stakes. I'm a gambler myself. Put my gems here. Force field. If I die, they come off. You get all the gems, bro. Let's go. Get into it. Bam. They get into the game. Those guys bouncing on. Oh, this shit real. So he played me. It's a non-simulation. This is a real game. So if I die in here, I'm going to die in real life. Smart man. I like him. Because I would have done the same shit. I can dig that. I can dig that. I would have done the same thing. So Game Master's looking. He, you know what I'm saying, looking for Thanos. Thanos get a drop on him. Sneak him in the back. Got your ass, motherfucker. About to blast you. Then all of a sudden, Thanos like, what? Game Master's like, bruh, all of a sudden this like fungus covers Thanos. And he's encased in it. Game Master cheated. Sorry, bruh, I had to. Like, the stakes was too high, so I rigged your gear. He rigged his gear to where when he would try to use his weapon, a fungus would eat at his body and devour him. But you know what? Thanos is just a little too smart for you, bro. This is Thanos. This is motherfucking Thanos. Put some respect on my man's name. Do you realize who you messing with? Thanos looking at the computer. Game Master realized that, oh, Thanos was never even in the game. Game Master looks. After he breaks the fungus off and breaks it down, it was a robot. Thanos basically takes the gem, nicks his Game Master, leaves him trapped in the game, and he was like, you know what? I thought of 1,000 ways I could have whooped that ass, but this seemed to be the most entertaining. Yeah, I like that. And you dumb ass, if all you had to do, you would have known I was a robot if you would just use the damn gem. Because the gem is the mind gem. You would have been able to have saw through my disguise and saw that I was a robot. But yo, high sedity ass, want to have it in the force field and try to play games with your boy. All good. Reports back to death. Death. Mistress Death. I now have all the gems. And what Thanos does is he reveals his true motive. True motive was, he says, you see, Thanos didn't want to be Mistress's Death slave. He wanted to stand beside his girl. He wanted to be like on her level. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't want to be like, nah, I gotta be worthy to be with her. Gotta be worthy. So, you know what I'm saying? This is for you, baby. This is for you. This is for you. This is for you. I did this for you. Like, now I can sit beside you. I've attained all the gems. I'm that dude. Death look at him. She got that little PM, that little man face, like she just, fucked up, motherfucker. She telepathically talks to one of her minions, and he says to Thanos, "Whatever you want, you can have, Thanos. If you want to sit beside death, you can sit beside death. Thanos is looking like, okay, bro, look. You brought me back to life. I appreciate that. Give me a task to complete. I'm about to complete that. I have obtained 6 of the most powerful gems in the universe. I'm as powerful, if not more powerful, than death itself. I did all this for you. The least you can do is address me directly instead of talking to me through a third party. Put some respect on my name, damn it! Can I get a talk? Can I get a word, woman? Just one word. And the minion simply said, well, Thanos, because you are all powerful, you are far, far, far more powerful than Mistress Death at this point. So she is not even worthy enough to talk to you, because she is now below you. Thanos sitting here like, so you mean the motherfucker tell me, hold the phone. When I was not worthy, I wasn't worthy enough to be talked to because I was a slave and a peasant kissing your butt. Now that I got some power, now I'm too powerful. And you can't talk to me there either. That's what we doing. That's what we doing. I'm just saying, man. That sounds a little too realistic. I'm just saying. That sounds a little too realistic. That's how I go down sometimes, man. Can't please them sometimes. Just can't please them. Nonetheless, Thanos says the simple thing. Okay. He sits up on his throne next to Mistress Death. Now he sits as her equal. He got what he wanted. And now we segue into the Infinity Gauntlet. And that's where I'm going to leave you guys. And we'll wrap it up for today. And I will see you guys next week. But before I go, make sure you follow me on Anchor. Shout out to Anchor, great mobile app that I've been using, for us up and coming podcasters. You know what I'm saying? My first time doing this thing, but I'm loving it. And they've connected me, on Spotify, Apple, Google, radio, all that. I'm on all major platforms. I'm also at the Clinician One on Instagram, IG, and I'm also the Clinician on Facebook. That's the Clinician TheClinician. And that's the Clinician One at Instagram and the Clinician at Facebook. So you can find me on there and keep track of when the podcasts are coming out. They will be coming out, every week. And just follow me on Anchor, Calm Mixing Coffee. Thank you so much for tuning in for your viewing pleasure. And you have a nice day.